let me ask you this, man. You know, you're part of two major projects, Magic City, obviously, and Freaknik. What do they both mean to you? What does Freaknik mean to you versus the Magic City project?
Well, Freaknik is, I won't say that they're not the same, but I feel like Freaknik is more of a Black history thing because you have, well, I mean, I feel like they both are Black history moments. I think for me, Magic City is more of an Atlanta Black history moment, but I feel like Freaknik is a much more global Black history moment because of the HBCUs that's involved that created this. There's so much education in how we got to Freaknik, and then what happened inside Freaknik is education, period. So I feel like it's just so much education in this. So I would say that one is Black history and one is educational.
One more question. A lot of people have misconceptions about both these stories. For Freaknik, in your opinion, what's the biggest misconception that people have about Freaknik?
That it's just one big old party with Luke doing what he do, and that's it. That's not what it's really about. I mean, you know, it didn't start out like that. And that was never the intentions, you know? And I think that people learned that in the documentary.
Absolutely. Jermaine, I appreciate your time, man. It's an honor to talk to you, man. You're a legend in the hip-hop game. You're part of the story. I got to go back a little bit, man. For people that don't know about you going against, you know, the Supreme Court, I think that story needs to be told. You know, talk about, what do you remember about that time, like, you know, going through that?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, it was going through that whole movement with no support. Only support was my family, and no support from the hip hop industry or the industry itself. You know, that was something serious. And the crazy part about it, I was going through all that at the same time that I was doing Freaknik parties. So, you know, I had the whole world against me on national TV every day, talking about how bad of a person I am. And then I end up going to this city called Atlanta because they had a party called Freaknik. But I said, oh, well, I need to be a part of that. You know, and so at the end of the day, that's where those fans ended up at. They went to that place because we were there. You know, with no social media, just word of mouth. You know, but when you look back on it, you know, I'm happy that I went through everything that I went through. You know, I'll get to be able to tell those stories because we got more stories to tell. You know, doing this project here is just the beginning of it all. We had to do this first and then start doing other ones after this.
Absolutely. My last question, what's your favorite memory about that time in Atlanta, as far as Freaknik goes?
Oh, man.
If you can tell.
Oh, man. A wild and crazy party. Just like I said on one of my videos, I did a video. I did 2 videos at Freaknik, which was real unique, and I was happy about it. But it was wild and crazy. I mean, the chase. The main memory for me was the chase. You know, because when the police started to try and shut us down, you know, we would go from one club to the next club and have a party over here and then another party over there. So that was fun there. Running from the police and setting up and having another party by telling everybody, no, we're gonna go to this club over here. And that was a cool thing.
Mischief.
Yes,
mischief.
No doubt.
It's lost now. Lost art.
I think Freaknik, the biggest misconception that people have is that Freaknik was just this big street party, but the biggest takeaway is really the roots and the inception of Freaknik, and that it started out of necessity. You know, HBCU students that couldn't afford to go home for spring break and really created their own space to celebrate, and I think there wasn't enough spaces like that, and that's what really attracted so many people to Atlanta for Freaknik.
How do you feel about, you know, getting to release this project, you know, on Hulu, people getting to learn about the history and story of Freaknik?
Well, no, it's a big moment. I mean, as you can see, the film got a humongous buzz. Just organically, it got such a humongous buzz on social media. I think it's a big deal because it's good to see Black popular culture get this sort of mainstream look on a big project, a big platform like Hulu. And as a person who attended Freaknik once, it's a trip to see how this one little festival that took over Atlanta has become like this global phenomenon. And so I'm really excited. I'm excited for people to see the film. I'm more excited for people to be surprised because I think all of the people that I've been seeing post and all of that, they're waiting for the turn up. They're waiting to see Auntie on the back of the Suzuki Samurai getting lit, but you're going to see something more than that tonight. I think I'll give you a few more things tonight.
Yeah, you definitely led to my next question. I'll ask it anyway. Why are people so, I guess, fascinated by Freaknik? You know, just the partying? And
I just think that for the new generation, Lotto, Drake, 21 Savage, all of these people, they have nostalgia about the 90s, Lotto, whoever, because that was a time of freedom. That was a time before everybody's on a camera on you, you can have fun, there was a cultural situation to it. As I mentioned to somebody over there, imagine a party all over Austin, on the streets. People parked their cars and were partying on the freeway in real life. And so I think that Freaknik just represents this place of freedom and joy for people, and that's why there's so much nostalgia about it. And so, you see everybody with the 21 has a Freaknik themed birthday party every year. I don't know if you know that. And so that's a part of the film. Yeah. And so I think because he loves that era, everything now. Imagine if you have Freaknik today. It'd be so dangerous, right? Because some of your cousins and them might pull up and they act a fool. So I'm excited for this. The film really is about black joy, black freedom, black economics, opportunity.